Welcome to this explainer. Today, we are diving into the Hari 656 Bytes subtitle generator project to see exactly how you can build your very own local AI-powered transcription tool. If you've ever wanted to automate your subtitling workflows using Python, well, you are in exactly the right place.
Let's be real for a second. Creating subtitles by hand is just soul-crushing. You're constantly pausing, typing, rewinding, wrestling with timestamps. It's a process that can literally eat up hours for just a short clip. But as this project brilliantly illustrates, we can actually solve this problem entirely on our own machines, completely bypassing those expensive subscription-based cloud services. So, here's our game plan for today. First, we'll cover the video subtitling problem. Then, meet the subtitle generator itself. After that, we'll break down the technology stack, walk through prerequisites and setup, generate some actual subtitles, and finally, go over some security and best practices.
All right, kicking things off with part 1, the video subtitling problem.
The absolute massive advantage here is that by processing files locally, you completely eliminate cloud upload times. I mean, think about it, waiting forever to upload a massive gigabyte video file just to get a tiny little text file back? With a local setup, that bottleneck just vanishes. Plus, you're saying goodbye to ongoing subscription costs, and your data never actually leaves your computer, which guarantees total privacy.
Moving right along to Section 2, Meet the Subtitle Generator.
This tool gives you everything you need in one incredibly neat package built by developer Hari Kumaran. It combines a slick, simple graphical user interface with a really robust backend engine. And the ultimate goal? To output standard subrip subtitle, or SRT files. That is the industry gold standard used by basically every video player and editing suite out there.
Now, the real magic doing the heavy lifting here is OpenAI Whisper. Whisper is an incredibly accurate, open-source automatic speech-to-text model. You can think of it as the brain of the whole operation. It listens to the audio extracted from your video and reliably translates those spoken words into highly accurate text, complete with precise timing.
Let's peek under the hood in part 3, the technology stack.
You can think of the front end as the sleek dashboard you're interacting with. It's built entirely in Python using Flet for the user interface, and it uses requests to talk to the server. Meanwhile, the backend acts as the powerhouse engine processing your video. That's built with FastAPI and Unicorn for rapid serving, FFmpeg for handling the raw media files, Python multipart, and of course, OpenAI Whisper for the transcription itself. It's just a beautifully clean separation of concerns.
Okay, let's get our hands dirty in Section 4, Prerequisites and Setup.
Listen. Before we write a single line of code, your system has to be prepped. You're going to need Python 3.10 or newer and Git for cloning the repository. But honestly, the most important step, you absolutely must download FFmpeg and add it to your system's path. FFmpeg is the crucial utility that lets the application rip the audio track straight out of your video files so the AI can actually hear it.
Firing up the backend engine is super straightforward. Just open your terminal and navigate to the backend folder. First, create and activate a Python virtual environment. Always keep your system clean, right? Then install the required dependencies. Finally, you just start the backend server using Unicorn. Once you see that running, your FastAPI backend is awake, listening, and ready for transcription requests.
And setting up the dashboard? It follows the exact same rhythm. Pop open a new terminal window, head to the front-end folder, and spin up another virtual environment. Install those front-end specific dependencies, and then run the main Python script. Instantly, that Flet graphical interface is going to pop up on your desktop, automatically connected to your waiting backend.
Which brings us to the fun part. Section 5, generating your subtitles.
This is where you reap the rewards of all that setup. With both your engine and dashboard running, you simply use the visual interface to select a video file and hit upload. The app routes it to the backend, Whisper does its AI magic, and you just sit back and relax. Moments later, you click download and boom, you have a perfectly formatted, ready-to-use SRT file.
And because the backend so heavily leverages FFmpeg, you're practically bulletproof when it comes to compatibility. The tool natively digests almost any standard video format you can throw at it. Whether it's a standard MP4 from your phone, a heavy MKV file, an old AVI, Apple's MOVs, or web-optimized WebMs, this generator handles the whole shebang without a single hiccup.
Finally, let's wrap things up with Section 6, Security and Best Practices.
Look, just because it's a local desktop tool doesn't mean we can ignore security. Always isolate this application inside virtual environments so it doesn't accidentally break other Python projects on your machine. Keep your dependencies updated to patch vulnerabilities, and please only process video files you actually trust. Crucially, never expose your local FastAPI server to the open internet without adding a strict layer of authentication first.
Now, if you hit a snag, absolutely don't panic. The developer notes that the most common culprits are a super easy fix. If the front end gives you a connection error, well, it likely just forgot to start the backend Uvicorn server first. And if the app complains it can't find FFmpeg, just go back and double-check that it's correctly installed and actually added to your operating system's path variables. By combining Python, FastAPI, Flet, and OpenAI Whisper, this project brilliantly showcases a major paradigm shift. Think about it. Massive AI power is no longer locked behind corporate cloud paywalls. It can run right there on your desktop. You now hold the keys to unlimited, entirely private, and free video transcription. So, as local AI models get even faster and smaller, what other expensive cloud workflows are you going to automate locally next? Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and happy coding.